Before I begin my review of episode 5, Crash of Kamen Rider Zeztz, I do want to make a quick update, or at least a correction. This is Nem, and it's based off the fact that of the ending for episode 5, released the preview. This is definitely confirmed to be Nem. She is on the other side of the coin the villain. Nox, yes, he's the opposite of Nox. I did see that they talked about this, and I'm like, I wasn't 100% sure given her facial structures, and I thought the redhead reminded me more of the character of episode 4 and 5, but no, it's actually her. Anyway, just a quick update. Anyway, moving on to episode 5, Crash. Sometimes the solution to a problem is very simple, or the overall issue is of the nightmare. In this case, is very simple. It's not overly political. It doesn't have a volume romance. Something is just simple as being afraid of heights because you fell out of a tree. Makes sense. And given on today's society, planes can be seen falling out of the sky, not necessarily from Japan's airplanes, but from American or potentially Indian or some other parts of Asia. It would make sense. I could see where she's coming from. You have cases where, I had a family member who was afraid of lightning, even though, she got struck by once, even though it's safer in the house. The chances are possible the lightning can hit the house and burn up, but you get what I mean. Sometimes just a simple thing, even if the chances of happening are very slim, like me getting in a bike crash, and I still ride my bike once in a while, but I'm not afraid to go out there despite being in a crash, just as long as you wear your helmet. Anyway, aside from the simple solution, this was an excellent episode. I want to say that the flight gotcha. I just did it first in the previous episode 4. I'm like, oh, you made me eat my words big time. Oh, you made me eat it so badly. First off, we have it looks beautiful and super flight, and also then he can create lightning versions or energized versions of these blades that just attack the crow-based monster. It was very cool. That's not the end of it, of course. It gets better, but I gotta admit, I dissed the flight gotcha, and I slightly dissed it. It's a lot better than expected, and I hope that the simple gotchams like this and the stretchy version are just as cool. I hope it continues. They're all amazing. More of the subset, I guess. Yeah, subset of gotchams. They keep continuing to being the coolest. And also, we keep having a good showing. We got the new form in today's episode stream, but we dedicated a good, I guess say 75% of the episode is dedicated to showing the full capacity of Wing. We get to see more of it and letting us have a taste of what Stream can do. A good taste nonetheless, but we'll continue onwards. As the next episode, we'll be CLC streaming what other abilities it can do. For this episode, we see, we'll get into it, but we see it being useful. The next part is, as soon as he wakes up, Tetsuo and Natsuki are in his house. Natsuka, they broke it into his house. They try to wake him up, but they just get on through. They discovered the little housing, and they got to know what he's at, who he is, and he goes to the bike. He's like, just be honest with them. And I'm surprised he didn't just transform, but it's sometimes having this not transforming is better. I feel like if I was the voice actor and I was in the room, I'd probably be laughing my butt off. I'd have to have the microphone off because this is just kind of a funny scene in general. Just seeing their reactions. And of course, Tetsuo believes him. Because he's way too in deep. He's an old school conspiracy theorist. I'm an American, and given what's been going on, the crazy person's maybe not the crazy person in this case, but he's a very old school conspiracy theorist attitude. He's been way too deep. He's off the rails. So of course he believes it. Makes sense. And given he's had his own nightmare and everything, it's understandable. Natsuka is a little bit hesitant, but he's the boss and he's got permission to continue. So yeah, she's got to take his word for it. Suck it up. I do like the fact that she did ride a motorcycle and just kind of remind me a little bit of Kamen Rider Zeztz, because they did have the flame part, or boost buckle, and it could transform into a motorcycle. So kind of a little good call back to that. But they kind of agreed. He thinks Tetsuo thinks the situation between the girl is a little bit more complicated, when in reality it's very simple. He's able to figure out. It's like, oh, it's as simple as she's afraid to fall. She's afraid, thinks the plane will fall out of the sky and crash. And he does a little bit of deduction. When he gets accused of being a secret agent, like it's like, you're a secret agent, you'll be able to figure out. I thought he was gonna have like a mind blown sequence, like where he figures it out instantly, but he has to kind of travel. He has to kind of see the tree and everything to kind of confirm it and see the door. I kind of wish he'd have a big moment like Dr. Emeko. I kind of thought he would have that kind of moment, but no, maybe he'll have it in the future. We'll wait and see. But with that, we get to see more action. He gets to use his wings like swords, and I thought this was really cool. Like, it reminded me of like a wyvern. Like, they don't have hands, or how maybe a wyvern would fight, although not. They don't think they would use their wings like this, but regardless, it's like he uses the Kaba sword. I thought it was very interesting. Good usage, good use of it. I'm like, oh yeah, makes sense. I dig this a lot. It works. It's fun. We get to see more battles. Then following that, he gets his stream mode, and he basically flies the airplane. He's able to. Decided to see the gun formation of the gun. He actually has to manually transform it, because it's initially in sword mode, which I kind of like. He can use all forms regardless of what form. So it offers a little bit more versatility. I actually like that. It just doesn't instantly change. You can fly it. You can change it on the fly, basically. But yeah, he can. Once in this form, he can blow away wind-based attacks, and then even kind of create a freezing domain, which, if probably a stronger Nightmare probably could break through, but we get the idea, and it's still very cool. And we still haven't seen the rest of it. I like the action scenes were very cool. I did think the stream mode lit up was a bit wonky. I don't know. Like the graphics seemed a little bit off, but then when it was like more just toned down, it seemed to work nicely. I don't know. I mean, I liked it, but when it was not so flashy, it seemed to work a lot better. The colors came off a lot nicer, is manner of speaking. But overall, a good episode. I like the simple solution. We've had a little bit more chaotic for the past, for the first two missions, so to speak, with himself, and then with the bomber case. Now we have a little simplistic, and I'm glad we resolved in the dream world as opposed to the real world. I'm glad they do it, but now we finally get to meet the villain, which I kind of thought maybe we should have one more case before this, but he needs to meet the villain. I could see why we need to do that. It's fine. I don't know. I just would have liked maybe one more before we delved into it, even though technically we've already solved 3, so fourth one might seem a little weird. Anyway, regardless, I'm looking forward to episode 6, learning about Nam, Nox, and even the new case with going on with the prison scenario. Anyway, guys, hopefully you have a wonderful day. I'll catch you guys next time. Like, comment, subscribe, and hype if you can.